So I'm looking at gold buys and UCAD sells for today. Um, let's start with the dollar, but from the monthly perspective. So, originally I was like, there's a good chance that the monthly could continue bullish, but there's a lot that would have to happen. The first thing would be a break of the weekly resistance, and that never happened. So what we had here, we had lower highs maintained, lower highs maintained, lower highs maintain. What I mean by that, I'm looking for resistances to form, which is a bullish candle and a bearish candle. And we see that's keep happening. Lower highs maintain because we never, in order for me to switch my bias, I have to see candles start forming above a weekly resistance. And that's something that's not just, it's just not happening. Now, could it happen within the next month? Absolutely. I still think it could. But right now on today, it hasn't do that. So I can't take, trades off of something that could happen and hasn't happened. Um, to make this stronger, we still have this level of resistance that price is responding to. Previous weekly candle is bearish. Not only is it bearish, but apparently institutions like to use liquidity based off of the previous weekly, lows and highs. So I think that we're gonna go bearish. I can ask, oh, did we get a sweep of the high on the weekly liquidity? And that's exactly what happened right here, as you can see. Go ahead and put this. So, all right. So this is the situation we are currently in. Um, and there still is a whole lot of buyers right here. It's just I can't take buys unless I see what I need to see on the weekly, and that's just facts. So my bias is bearish on the dollar, so that when I come to gold, I'm automatically thinking, okay, must be buys, and for you guys must be sells. Now, can I back it up? Because mind you, I'm not trading every single US pair, but these two are the best looking ones. Gold, depending monthly. Like originally, I was like, ain't no way I'm taking buys, bruh, with the monthly looking like this. But then I gotta go on the weekly and say, well, what is my direct? How do I determine my directional bias? It's been working for me. So it's higher lows maintain. This is not a break because there's not two bearish candles underneath. Higher lows maintain, higher lows maintain, higher lows still higher lowing, right? And again, with the sweep of the previous weekly candle low. Yesterday we touched it, and I was like, if price can come above this weekly liquidity, I would be more confident in some buys. And as you can see, we are trading up into that level. I got my fib on, tap this level, tap this level. You see the 4 hour doing its thing. I go to the 1 hour, even the 2 hour, even the 3 hour. The 4 hour hasn't broken highs, but it has created a double bottom and it's sweeping all these highs before it. Oh, I'm feeling confident now in some buys. So again, I'm not trading until 9:30. I'm gonna wait for either a 1 hour engulfing or um a break of 15-minute resistance. So yes, I have a bullish bias de Pangual. Now I'm not saying it's gonna break this level. There's no way I would hold it past that because I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like I can't determine that. It hasn't broken since April and it owes me nothing. So now for UCAD, so I have this this leg, right? Now this is the pullback. We've been pulling back. I need some water. So, honestly, UCAD didn't give me the same thing as like everybody else, where it sweeps the previous weekly. Go put this. No, it never sweep it. But that's something that could definitely happen. Previous weekly high right here. I'll keep that. But what it does have, my favorite entry confirmations is look to the left and all this level is acting as support at one point, and then I can go to the daily and 4 hour and tighten it up, make it look good. And on top of that, we got our beautiful fib, you know. On top of that, it's Wednesday, my trading day, the day the institutions are like, yeah, we finna fuck them up now. That's the day. So, yeah, it's definitely sells on UCAD. Sure. Yeah, if we could even just tap right here, it'd be nice. Ideally, I would like a really nice risk to reward. I think my minimum is 1 to 3. My average is about 1 to 4. For example, when I call GJ, stop. She never stopped. Look, and it's based off of the same principle, except for the weekly. Actually, no, it sweep the previous weekly low. It did. It did. So, you know, I would say I'm still holding, but a whole bunch of stuff happened with the prop firm I was with. So now I'm having to, transfer to trading live money. But that's good because when I trade live, I use a lot of risk. So no, I'm not even mad. I got all my money back. I'm not even mad. Um, and apparently, like, look, I got my indexes set up, right? So if I even wanted to, where is right here? Go away. So if I wanted to look and say, okay, does the actual Canadian dollar currency index line up with my assumption? Because we can see that the US dollar does. Let's say if I'm trying to sell UCAD, then I'm expecting the Canadian dollar in and of itself. If I'm gonna have a really nice push bearish, this should fly bullish. All right. Higher low maintain, higher low maintain, higher low maintain, higher low maintain. This is a very, very weak level of support, but it's support nonetheless. And we do not have two bearish candles closing below it. We just have one, and that's barely. That's barely. And if I go to the monthly time frame, we see that this level has never been breached before. Bam. January 16th, nope. March 20th, nope. Came right back with a vengeance. And now we are on top of this level that has been used. Do I want to include this? I kind of do. I'm not gonna lie. See if I can include that. Make this a little bit bigger. Something like that makes sense. Yeah, that looks good. Look. Zoop. How many pips did we, bitch? Zoop, 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 zoop. And now came above it, right? And now we are maintaining higher lows above it. And if I wanted to throw in a little fib, it did its job. It did its job, you know? So all in all, I think that my biases are really sound for today. And last week when I got that UJ buy, man, it stopped me out very, very quickly. But, the idea was correct. I think what was wrong, what I didn't know then that I know now is that the dollar is more manipulative during week one of this trading cycle, right? And so that started, our week one was last week because we had a Monday. And this is the first Monday in the month is when it starts. And so yeah, I put it in my rules that we're not trading the dollar pairs week one because it's more manipulation than the actual move it's gonna give. So yeah. Let's see if we got any news for today. Only for AUD at 9:30, but tomorrow we have some good, USD news. That should inject a lot of volatility and probably allow these orders that I'm about to get in today just to really do some godly work. So yeah, happy trading, y'all. Let's get it for this week.